Chapter 877. Hannah did not know why she was doing this. She just felt like that was the only chance she would get. The gesture, however, scared Wilbur out of his wits. "Hey, Miss Toyer!" Wilbur yelled repeatedly, but Hannah kept going. The collar of her blouse fell open as she leaned over, exposing a blinding sight to Wilbur's eyes. Hannah had a pretty face and an alluring gaze. Not many men would be able to resist such temptation. For a split second, Wilbur almost went for it. He snapped out of it the very next second. He had a girlfriend. Besides, there was no way anything good would come out of him and Hannah. "Miss Toyer, please have some water." Wilbur's voice struck Hannah in her soul. She jerked harshly, straightening up and staring at him in a daze. The next second, she let out a bitter laugh and sat down, taking the glass Wilbur handed to her. "I'm sorry. I think I've lost my mind." Hannah smiled painfully. Wilbur said, "Goodbye, Miss Toyer. I've got a plane to catch." He got up after that, turning to leave. It was best that he got out of here as soon as possible. Hannah watched as Wilbur left. After he was gone, she broke down crying, sobbing quietly. Hannah felt as if she had lost something, like her soul had been sucked out of her body. Despite the fact that she had never even gotten close to what she wanted, the loss was overwhelming. On an international flight to Dasha, Wilbur closed his eyes to rest. He had gotten a lot out of this trip to Africa. He helped Everest Foreign Trade settle all their problems, formed his own religion, obtained a crystal skeleton, and helped Rogan establish diplomatic ties with Dasha. Despite the fact that neither he nor the Dasha embassy reps said much to each other, both of them knew that Wilbur was the driving force behind all of this. Out of everything, however, the biggest achievement for Wilbur was still forming his own religion and obtaining the crystal skeleton. Forming this own religion allowed him to experience the power of belief for the first time. Once he has mastered this power, he would be able to look into what it meant to be a god, possibly getting to the bottom of their secrets. There would be the hint of a possibility then for him to even ascend to godhood himself. The crystal skeleton, on the other hand, had greatly strengthened him. To be honest, he still did not know just where the end of his powers lay. With the skill levels that currently existed, Wilbur did not really know which category he fell in. In fact, he could not even really find a skill level that matched what he was capable of. Wilbur seemed to be on a never-ending path of cultivation. Just as he was deep in thought, the plane began to land. Wilbur switched on his phone to give Eileen a call. However, before he could do that, a call came in from Benjamin Grayson, and Wilbur had no choice but to answer it. "Hello, Mr. Grayson." Wilbur had always maintained a level of respect for this national founding father. "I've been trying to get to you for hours. Why couldn't I call you?" "I was on a flight, Mr. Grayson. I just landed." "Come over to my place. I have someone to introduce to you." "You know I've never been a social person, Mr. Grayson," Wilbur said in mild exasperation. "I really don't. Anyway, this guy's a pupil of mine. Oren's here too. We'll be waiting for you."